previously on The Tester.
Today's challenge? We're at a paintball shooting range. Doc, you have to be inside the firing station.
I hadn't realized I'd stepped out of the box. I did horrible.
I'm gonna call Star out, right?
Doc did terrible.
The only thing I need from you guys is to just agree with what I say.
The only option we have is to try to throw Star under the bus.
Who is least focused?
Star?
Star could have probably hit a target or two more.
Doc, this competition is about focus.
You had 3 points. You lost one because you were outside the box.
And she had 3 times as many points as you did. We do not feel you have what it takes to be the next PlayStation game tester.
Selected from thousands of applicants, 11 dedicated gamers match skills in a series of challenges to earn the chance for a job at PlayStation on The Tester.
After the elimination, I have to talk to Cyrus and Abt.
I have to find out what's going on.
Here's the thing, and I'm not even gonna sit here and be a bitch or anything about this. I'm just gonna be straight up. You two were straight up ganging up on me.
After Doc clearly came in last place, I feel like Abt and Cyrus tried to gang up against me in order to help Doc and keep him around.
Who is least focused?
I think Star, she lost focus.
I thought she kind of lost focus.
It did feel like y'all were trying to save Doc.
That's
Right.
exactly
Understood,
what I did.
understood. And yet you felt that he was better performance-wise because he hustled. He only had 3 points.
Right.
We had 6, and it's like, I don't understand it. It felt to me like, you know, there's some alliance going on. You're defending Doc. That's cool. I understand if you have a good connection with him, but it just didn't mesh well to me.
I don't necessarily want him to go home.
Right.
It wasn't saying I want someone to go home more than him.
The issue that I have is it felt to me like you guys were straight up attacking me. You wanted...
If you want to take it that way, sure.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, of course we got Doc's back, and I think she was just trying to blatantly say that, but she knew that. And it was just kind of like, okay, what do you want us to say about it? Yes.
Basically, I'm not carrying this into the next challenge.
I
like,
won't.
if you guys want to hold a grudge against me and set me as your target, I'm saying that's fine.
Alliance or no alliance, I do believe this. They definitely don't want me and Star around. From here on out, I now got the grasp of the situation. I'm on my own.
The judges keep giving me extra chances. You know, they're giving me the benefit of the doubt. And now it's down to Final Four. I don't think there's gonna be any more chances given. If I don't step my game up, I'm going home.
I wonder what the next challenge is gonna be.
I don't want to think about it.
I don't either.
I woke up this morning and thought about the prize. I've made it this far, and now I want this job more than ever. I need to step my game up and go for the end goal. New mail. Good morning, testers. A killer recall is key to your success in today's hard-hitting challenge. Meredith will meet you in the tester loft shortly.
She's coming here.
A hard-hitting challenge and a killer recall.
Ninja challenge.
I have no idea. Killer
Recall.
recall.
I think it has to do with ninjas.
You know, I got this note that's saying killer recall. I mean, I'm tired of guessing. Whatever comes my way, I'm just gonna go with it from there.
Hello, testers.
Hello, Meredith.
Hello.
Hey, guys, come on over.
Oh, great. Who said ninjas?
I said ninjas.
Meredith comes in with a couple people that have padding and they've got a bat and everything, and I'm like, what the hell are we doing?
In preparation for today's challenge, I've asked Mike and Ann of Fast Defense to join us this morning. They're here to teach you the killer moves you'll need to compete in your challenge later today. So listen closely. Absorb everything they have to tell you. Otherwise, you may regret it at elimination tonight, where one of you will go home just short of the final challenge. Mike and Ann, they're all yours. I'll see you guys later.
All right, let's get started.
Can we move out just a little bit? So we're gonna spread out. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna teach you a basic stance.
I've never been put in a situation to where I have to fight.
Slight step forward, as if you're taking just a normal stance. And I want you to put your hands up like so. Bring your elbows in and hands in this position. Good.
So when they come into the house and they're training us on combat, on self-defense, I'm like, oh man, okay, this is yet another realm I've never ventured to.
Now, one of the things we want you to do is we want you to say the target that you're going to be striking. This would be an eye strike, so you could just say eyes. So it would look something like this. Eyes, eyes, eyes. Bring your hands up.
They're teaching us some basic moves.
And on 3, just go. Ready? Go.
Eyes, eyes, eyes!
Excellent.
I'm trying to pay really good attention because I know this competition is going to be about memory. I just want to take in everything that the instructors are saying.
From here, the next strike we're going to do is going to be a groin slap.
You're gonna take your hand with the palm and you're gonna strike nice and strong like that.
First, they just taught us basic moves, and we're just repeating them over and over again.
Strike, 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 eyes, eyes, eyes.
Strike, strike, strike.
Eyes, eyes, eyes.
Strike, strike, strike. Knee, knee,
knee, knee,
knee,
knee,
knee.
I'm having a great time. It's getting some of the aggression from earlier in the week out.
We're going to be going towards the groin.
What's up with all these groins?
That's most bang for your buck.
They're having us kicking places a man should not be kicking as far as I am concerned.
Good.
But hey, kick him in the crotch, so be it. Mr. Happy ain't so happy, is he?
All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put them together in a combination that we want you guys to remember.
After learning the individual moves, now it's time for the combinations.
Scenario number 1, block.
Eyes, eyes, kick.
I was like, oh, this will be easy. It's like memorizing Street Fighter combos, you know? Eyes, groin, no problem.
Block, eyes, eyes, kick. Block, eyes, kick. Block, eyes, kick.
Second scenario.
Slap, elbow, knee, kick.
Slap, elbow, knee, kick.
Every different combo that they're teaching us
Scenario number 3
has a different situation where we're going to use it for. This challenge, it makes a lot of sense. They're testing on memory. They're actually testing us on the skills that we'll need for the job.
Good, remember you guys, if you say it, it'll help you breathe and your technique will be stronger. It's very important that you guys do that.
Block, trap, knee, kick, kick.
Block, trap, knee, kick.
All right, testers, your tutorial is over. Now I'd like you all to go into the bedroom, put on the outfits that were left on your beds, and then meet us out front for your challenge in 30 minutes. We'll see you there.
We learned 3 different combinations total. I'm confident that I have those moves memorized. We know what we're doing. 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
We got ninja outfits.
Oh, man.
These are
And
This is awesome.
can't top that. Black ninja.
That's sick.
So now it's time to put my game face on. Ninja style.
Looking good, testers.
We come outside and there's just like all this like trash and like obstacles set up all around. I was like, okay.
To be the next PlayStation game tester, you must possess a killer memory. So in today's challenge, we're gonna test your ability to retain important information. But before we get to it, let's say hello to our panel. Joining us as always is Mr. Brent Goki, the release manager for PlayStation Global Platform First Party Quality Assurance. And of course, we have with us Mr. Hal Sparks, who not only is a talented actor and comedian, he's also a kung fu fighter. Seriously.
Nice.
They will find out if your kung fu is any good.
And please welcome our special guest panelist for today, Mr. John Height, who is the director of product development for God of War 3. Nauseous, try and contain yourself.
The game industry is a lot of fun, but it's also super competitive, so I want to see if you guys have what it takes.
Earlier, you learned a series of combination moves to protect yourself from various attacks. So in today's challenge, you're gonna have to recall those combos and use them to ward off assault from would-be assailants.
I'm feeling great. I feel this is something that's in my realm, so I definitely gotta kill this challenge.
One at a time, you guys will walk down the alleyway here and have to fend off 3 attacks. You must perform the correct series of moves for each attack you encounter. If you perform the correct move, you will continue on through the alley. Anne is here with us to determine if you've actually performed the correct move effectively. If you perform the wrong move or you forget a combo, you lose 1 life and must return to the beginning of the game. If you lose 3 lives, that's it, you're out of the game.
Having the order of the moves down is pretty simple, but when someone's actually coming up to us and maybe grabbing us on the street, it's a completely different story.
The player who makes it all the way through the alley, performs all the moves correctly, will win the challenge. Let's get started. Have the 3 of you retire to the loft. Star, we're gonna have you get behind the starting line.
Good luck, girl.
Told that people are gonna be jumping out at us, and I don't know how excited I am about that. You know, memorization's one thing, but memorization while people are trying to actually attack you is another.
All right, Star, keep your toes behind the white line. That's the start line. That orange line in the very back, that's the finish line. And your mark, get set,
Elbow! Knee! Kick! Clear! Incorrect! Go back to start!
For some reason, I decide he needs another swift kick in the balls. So I do it. Okay, I get punished for it. I get sent back.
Smack! Elbow! Knee! Kick! Clear!
This time, one kick.
Incorrect! Go back to start!
I didn't quite notice him right away. I mean, I saw him, but it was kind of too late. I've only got one life left. I need to make this run count.
Clear! Block! Eyes! Kick! Clear! Clear! Go to the finish line. Go to the finish line. Quick.
Oh, they're yelling at me that I need to cross the finish line. Gosh!
And time!
That's so bad. I couldn't believe I did that. Normally in a game, you got a boss. You beat the boss, level complete. Maybe I was waiting for the music to play or something. I don't know. Oh, man.
All right, Amped. Toes behind the white line. On my whistle.
I hope that I win this challenge. I feel good.
Your mark. Get set.
Right! Elbow! Knee! Kick! Clear! Block! Eyes! Kick! Incorrect! Go back to start! Incorrect!
Oh my God, what did I do? I can't believe I lost a life. Stop thinking about it because I was like, I can't worry about it.
Right! Elbow! Knee! Kick! Clear! Block! Eyes! Kick! Clear! Grab! Knee! Kick! Clear!
And time.
At this point, I don't feel overly confident because I did lose a life.
That was fast. Good luck. Bye. Have fun.
All right, man.
Going into this competition, I'm confident that I have those moves memorized
Toes behind the white line, please.
and that I'm gonna know what to do depending on how someone comes up to me. It's pointless to psych ourselves out and just worry the whole time.
You're gonna go on my whistle. You ready?
I know I'm focused going into it. It's mine for the taking.
Get set. Clear.
Oh,
Incorrect! Go back to start!
I screw up on the second guy the first time. I just need to refocus myself, relax.
Clear! Clear! Incorrect! Go back to start!
I die a couple times. I forget to lock his arm. So I start second guessing myself. Is the combo I thought was right? Did I do the wrong combo? I thought I did something, but I'm not sure if I did the wrong combo. And I know the combo. I've done it a million times. I'm in my own head at this point. I start to get a little bit more panicked. So I'm thinking to myself that I have to perform at this point.
Clear!
I can't let myself die again.
Incorrect!
All right, Cyrus. You are disqualified from this challenge, unfortunately.
I'm not sure if I did the wrong combo, so I mean, I'm done. They tell us, all right, here's your opportunity. Choke and you're possibly gone. What do I do?
You all right?
I lost miserably. Infuriating. I'm on the bottom. I'm done.
All right.
I'm here.
Let's have you stand behind the start line. Toes behind the white line, please.
Yes, ma'am. I'm thinking that maybe this challenge ain't as easy as I thought, being that Cyrus had a rough time. Right now, I'm trying to stay focused, and I'm gonna go in there with the most energy that I've ever have performed in any challenge. So bring it. Come on, come on.
Clear!
You still getting it? What do you want? Block! Gallows! Kick!
Clear!
Ah, block! Trap! Knee! Kick! Kick! That's what you get for messing with me!
Time! All right!
I feel like I could take on the whole army by myself. I feel like, I don't know, a ninja. After the challenge, I feel great.
Good job,
Did you do it first try?
Yeah, I beat all the guys, didn't lose any lives. I feel confident about how I performed, but I'm not yet sure if I won.
All right, testers, the official results are in. Star, you lost 2 lives. Amp, you lost 1 life. Cyrus, unfortunately, you lost all 3 lives and are therefore disqualified from this challenge.
Really, like he was on top of every single challenge, and to hear that he lost all 3 lives, it blew my mind. I had no idea how that happened.
Nauseous, you lost 0 lives. You won this challenge, which means you
man.
automatically make it to the final 3.
I won this challenge, and I feel amazing. I go to the final round.
Unfortunately for the rest of you, you'll be facing elimination from our panel later tonight. We'll see you at elimination.
Cyrus looks like the saddest ninja I've ever seen in my life. Stay positive, man. Come on now.
I know.
I told you.
If anybody should worry, basically it's me. I've been in the bottom every single time I've been up for elimination, and then this is the last time. What did they say? No second chances. I've had 4.
I've never been in this situation before. And how many times over the past couple eliminations has the person that's never been in this situation before been eliminated?
It's okay. I'm not gonna let my friend go through this alone. I don't think that he needs to give up at this point.
It's been fun. You can't say that. If it's your time to be in a challenge then, and you screw up, then it's game over.
Cyrus is just beating himself up to a point where he thinks that he is for sure going home. At this point, he's crucifying himself. The more he beats himself up and the harder time he gives himself, and when he walks into judges, they can see defeat on your face.
It was hard because, I know when they called mine wrong, I didn't know what I did wrong at all. So then I was just frustrated.
Yeah, but you recovered from it. I didn't.
I can go in there and make excuses.
So he needs to stand up and sit there and give a fight to it. Don't just give up yet.
There could have been things out there that people did that they didn't like. You never know.
It helped knowing that I wasn't going through it alone.
The only thing that's giving me any solace at this point, I've done so well in all the other challenges. This is my first time that I'm really on the chopping block.
Maybe I stand a chance. Testers, please report to the tester lab for the next elimination.
I've been in the bottom more times than I've been on top. And Cyrus, this is his first time. I know he's going into this thinking this is so bad, and it doesn't look good for me either.
Hello, testers.
Hello.
3 of you will move on to the final round of competition. And for 1 of you, the game ends tonight. Today's challenge tested your ability to retain important information. Nauseous, you learned quickly and were able to recall the important information when it counted. Congratulations, you are safe from elimination. You move on to the finale. In addition to winning today's challenge, you will also be receiving a new PlayStation 3 120 gigabyte system, the ultimate high-definition entertainment experience.
Woo! So I get the PS3, I won that, I'm in the finals. It's feeling amazing right now.
The rest of you will be up for elimination from the panel tonight. Let's see what they thought about your performance.
Amped, I just want to say great work today as well.
Thanks, Hal.
You had 1 mistake, you lost 1 life because you did 3 eye gouges instead of 2. But, other than that, you showed an intensity and you had good time because of it. I think that's impressive.
I'm so happy I'm safe right now, but I'm worried about Cyrus. I hope that they don't send home the really strong competitor.
Basically, that means we're down to Cyrus and Star in the bottom of this. Cyrus, you were the only one disqualified today, and this is the worst you performed in any competition. As a potential game tester, this one, I think almost more than any other, is germane to the job in that your task at hand, even though under pressure, was to memorize combos.
I screwed up. Not only did I perform worse than everyone there, but dramatically worse.
You've done very well in a lot of these competitions. And then in this competition, we got to see what happens when you get just outside your comfort level. You got flustered.
Can I speak on that for
Sure.
1 second? I thought I had performed the right combo. I thought I had done the block, the trap, the knee, kick, kick. And I got back and I started thinking, okay, what is the right combo, but still make it past the other people to get back to that point?
You're basically describing to me what the challenge was today. And you're basically explaining to me why you shouldn't go on.
You know, I'm hearing the judges talk about Cyrus's performance, and in my mind, I'm like, how bad could it have actually have been? It must have been an outright failure from what they're saying for him to actually lose that bad.
I got the impression that you weren't sure what you were supposed to do. You had this look of defeat on your face, like, you know what, I don't know what I'm really supposed to be doing here, but I'm gonna try and do it. So it's interesting to hear you describe it as, I knew what I was supposed to do, I just wasn't able to do it.
I mean, I'm not gonna stand up here and make excuses.
John is telling me that I look like I was defeated during the challenge. If all the judges are like-minded in this, I'm gone.
You know what? In my eyes, there were two poor performers today. Star, you were also at the bottom.
I understand that.
In fact, this is the 5th time.
Star, you were the worst performer out of everyone by a mile.
Obviously, not a real impressive night by Star.
I really saw a lack of energy. It was as if you were asleep while you were walking through and doing these. There's been 7 challenges thus far, and 5 of them been at the bottom.
After how many times I have repeatedly end up in the bottom, there's still some hope. I might actually make it to the final 3.
You started out kind of slow, didn't seem too confident in the moves, and then when you got to the finish and you did the correct move, you just stood there and basically just wasn't following the instructions.
Right, yep.
The finish line is a 4th part of the challenge, you know?
It's a hard choice, and I want to hear what you guys think. Nauseous.
Cyrus had a bad day. Oh, he's been pretty consistent.
So who would you eliminate?
Being that this challenge is pretty much a basis on what actually goes on in testing, I would honestly say Cyrus.
I feel a little betrayed when Nauseous picks me to go home, but I can't really blame him.
Amped.
Cyrus didn't do a great job today, but in every other challenge, he's been so strong and so good with all of his skills. But I just feel like he deserves his second chance just like Star got hers.
Star, you're shaking your head in agreement.
I'm not saying I want to go home. I'm not saying that at all. But I believe Cyrus, he can learn about testing. He's a smart guy.
I had to agree. Yeah, it's gonna hurt me, but in the end, you know, I have to give props where props are due.
I appreciate your opinion. John, this was your first time. What was your opinion?
You're basically one save game away from each other. Died 3 times, you died twice. Star, I mean, I think that what you said led me to believe that you have a lot of integrity, and that goes a long ways with me. Cyrus, unfortunately, you know, I've only seen you today, but if I had to make a choice, you know, based on the performance just today, I'd have to say, you know, you'd have to go.
I'm convinced I'm going home.
There's no question, Cyrus, that you've done very well in certain circumstances. What I saw today wasn't very impressive in that regard. It created a very balanced situation with you and Star. It really did bring you in, you know, from as high as you were to a very, you know, normalized level.
I'm like, well, I have 2 of the judges on my side. Like, is this seriously happening? Am I seriously going to stay?
We all have our different opinions about how we've seen people perform. I have to kind of, you know, defer to what Brent would need as the team manager, as the kind of guy who would be hiring and working with you guys.
I think ultimately we're taking 3 people into the finale, and PlayStation is looking for me to pick the top 3 people. If I was to vote on consistency, Star, you have found yourself on the bottom 5 of 7 challenges. I'm truly sorry. Your game ends here.
It sucks being eliminated, but Cyrus really does deserve a chance.
Good luck, guys.
I came here for an amazing career opportunity.
I'm rooting for all 3 of them, so good luck.
Cyrus, throughout you've been, you know, a high achiever. You squeaked by a hair. In the finale, you guys all are going to be tested.
I failed miserably today, and it almost cost me. If I hadn't been up against Star, who's been consistently on the bottom, I probably would have been home.
I think what I have before me today are the top 3 performers. Make sure that you guys, when you go into your next competition, it is the last one. And I want the best person to win to represent PlayStation as the next game tester.
I made it to the finale. Today's over. Now I just have to forget about it and focus on winning. I've made it this far. I can't lose now.
Next week on The Tester.
It's time for your final challenge.
We're going to war, so bring it.
We're gonna have to tie you up.
It's a matter of who performs today to who gets the job.
Proceeds upstairs to the third game room.
No. Let's do this, Nauseous.
Nauseous is practically kicking my heels.
Wow, I really am behind. Come on, yo, could this go any slower?
You won!